Oh, I'm amazed by the effect of jumping across walls in the Plucky Squirel game. You want to use it in your games? Keep watching because we are demonstrating how easy it is to achieve this effect in Godot 4. In an instant, your game character will leap across walls, adding depth to your mechanics and intrigue to your story. Let's start importing the models. Perfect for this kind of game because it's already rigged and animated. Taking a look to the gameplay, we can see that the transition between worlds occurs during the jump with the 3D model abruptly popping through the wall. Everything is decorated with some particles and the visual effect is done. Additionally, it seems the Plucky Squirel game has a 2D and 3D world, each of them with similar art style. But for full-time workers or compulsive students like us, creating all that stuff from scratch isn't feasible, not to mention the required artistic skills. So we are recreating this mechanic the quick way. So in summary, we need the player, an out-of-the-box character controller should be fine for our purpose, the 3D world hub, different funny 2D worlds made in 3D.
How? What?
Is it possible?
Portal node for the user to travel across the multiverse. And the destinations. Okay, that one, I'm going to be honest, that one is a stupid marker 3D node. Let's start embedding some cozy 3D art in our game. We will use it at the central scene. Just import the scene in Godot and perform a couple of illumination tricks. Enable SGDFI, some volumetric fog here and there, and tweak the adjustments. This is sick for our 3D world! Despite the fact that that child could have a gun in his room, well, the scene is gorgeous. Creating the static bodies for the collision purposes are really easy. You just need to create the 3ds static body for the objects that you want to collide with. And to fast check everything works fine, now we will import this cute little character with all its animations in place and ready to use. Create a capsule for the collisions, create the animation tree, add the graph, the blend, and Godot will make it easy for you, just modifying the parameters in the code with this line. And add this other parameter when jumping. Let's test it fast because the default kinematic body script should be enough. Now let's make a simple scene that we will use as 2D world. The trick is to make it to look more 2D style because yes, we are using the same 3D models for the 2D and the 3D worlds. And to achieve it, we need unshaded outline graphics and an orthographic camera. If you are wondering what the hell an orthographic camera is, well, let's keep it simple. An orthographic camera is a camera without depth. There is no good way to create outlines in Godot right now, so let's see if we can achieve this with shaders. And I'm not even pretending I know what I'm doing, because we are stealing again a shader and using it into our world. Wow, I think the 2D style is good enough! We need to add the player functionality of changing appearance between 2D and 3D worlds. This is nothing but easy for us at this moment. Remember, the outline will be created automatically with the shader we created previously. So that part is done. We just need to create an alternative material that will be unshaded and swap between materials depending on the scene we are. Do not forget to create the quad with the outline shaded material in front of the camera of every 2D scene you want to create. Next, we will create a new scene like a platformer game. In this case, just create the camera in one axis and modify the script to follow the player like a doghound in case the player is part of the scene. And I'm embarrassed, but to lock the player to move only in one axis, I'm doing the quick and dirty way. I'm just putting invisible walls on each side of the platforms. I know. This is a shitty technique, but this is a quick tutorial. To start blending all that mix together, we need to put everything into the same scene. We are using our 3D scene as the main scene and we will add 2 sub-viewports. Add each different scene used as a universe to the main scene under the sub-viewport. We need to create its own 3D world for each 2D world. This is a bit messy, but I think it's really easy. And at the surface that are containing our additional universes, we need to create a special texture called Viewport Renderer. Wow. First, we need to make the resource local to the scene. If don't, Godot will complain a lot. And I like to make this texture under the override material property. You can also check the sub-viewport resolution properties to adjust your aspect ratio. I'm really excited because we are just 2 steps away. Well, the portal? Let's make something simple. A glowing ball should be enough. But remember adding a collision shape to the player to detect that portal. We better check the different collision layers we have defined. For the portal path, we only need to create these variables to hold information about the destination, and we will be using them when the player touches the portal. Those variables would be the destination scene, the destination point, the destination camera, and if a flat effect is needed. Detecting a portal will send a signal to the 3D world with all the information, then the 3D world will delete the player as a child from the current scene and add to the new one, applying the necessary effects. And for the really cool transition camera effects, we use the Phantom Camera plugin. Really nice plugin. Subscribe and leave a comment if you want a deeper explanation on this specific plugin. Yeah, listen, this is special, because we need to pinpoint that we use global node groups. Really handy to identify the destination nodes which are not part of the current scene when crossing the Spider-Verse. Once assigned the key nodes with the different groups, we can select the nodes using this sentence. Get nodes in group with a group name and filtering with this function. We are just looking for the name is the same name as we want to find. The resulting code for traveling across the multiverse is this one. Note, the code is executed when the player sends the signal exit world after detecting a collision with the portal. And yeah, just for chilling, we can add some lovely animations and some particle effects when spawning the player into the new world. And here you have your multiverse traveler in action! Now that you have mastered the traveling across the multiverse, why not to create an RPG featuring this mechanic? I'll share all my secrets for crafting an RPG from start to finish in this video. It covers the entire process, so you won't miss a thing.